Hi, my name's Madison Shore, and this is my video quiz number 1. For chapter 1, it says, what was the key idea or ideas that stood out to you in this chapter? A key idea that stood out to me for this chapter is how important public speaking is and how we will always need to know how to speak to an audience. Question number 2 is, what did you learn in this chapter that you did not know before reading it? What I learned in this chapter is that the number one skill an employer looks for is the ability to communicate clearly and effective. Number 3 is, why are these ideas important to public speaking? These ideas are important to public speaking because most careers require you to be able to speak to people in a professional manner. Number 4, how can they be used in other areas of your personal and or professional life? These can be used in my professional career because I want to be a physician assistant, and when you become a physician assistant, you need to be able to talk to people very professionally. For chapter 2, there is the same question. So for number 1, the key idea that stood out to me was how to practice your speech without just rehearsing it over and over again. Number 2, what I learned in this chapter was the importance that plagiarism plays in public speaking. I didn't realize how much that it affected people when they were giving speeches. Number 3, I said these ideas are important to public speaking because in order to give a perfect speech, you have to practice. So by using the different ways, you can better understand what your speech is about, so you're not just having to rehearse it over and over and over again until you don't know it. Number 4, I said this can be used in my personal and professional life because I will have to perform other speeches where this type of practice will help. For chapter 3, a key idea that stood out to me is what the fallacies are and how they explain each things in argumentative speeches. Number 2, what I learned in this chapter that I didn't know before is the slippery slope fallacy and how it affects argumentative speeches. Number 3, these are important in public speaking because it shows how to not use the fallacies in your speech and how to make the content for an argumentative speech less biased. And number 4 for chapter 3 is these can be used to help me in the future give an argumentative speech properly. So say I have another class that requires me to give an argumentative speech, I will know not to use the fallacies. And for chapter 13, a key idea that stood out to me in this chapter was how the online classes are completed and how they require the same amount of work that the traditional classes on campus require. Number 2, what I learned in this chapter is how to receive help if I'm experiencing computer problems. Number 3, I said these are important to public speaking because in order to pass this online class, you need the technology and the ability to complete the work. And then number 4, I said this can help me in my personal life because it goes over all of the D2L tools, which can overall help any different class I need. Thank you.